Growing up, all I ever wanted to do was sing on the Carter Fold. That was as big to me as singing on the Grand Ole Opry. But that's honest truth. And they started letting me do one like at the intermission here and there, and I was so excited. I might have been about 13 years old. And I had on a dress. I got, dressed up. I was ready to go. I got up there and I sung my song. And I turned around and Jeanette was saying something to me. I was like, she's going to tell me that I'm the best thing she's ever seen since sliced bread. And I couldn't read her lips. I couldn't tell what she was saying. And I got closer and she was going, pull your dress back down, honey. My dress had kind of ridden up a little bit.
That was Jeanette. It had to be right, I tell this story. I used to love to hear her tell this. I can't tell it like she did, but she was telling me this story. She said, Maybelle and her girls took me, I believe she said, to California or somewhere out there to work one time with them, and she said they got out there and said, Maybelle said, now Jeanette, we're going to make you pretty. She said, we're going to dress you up. So she said they bought her this real pretty dress, and she said, I didn't have dresses like they did, and she said they bought me this pretty dress, and she said they got her all fixed up, and she said they put rouge on me and powder on me, and said Mother Maybelle said, now we're going to do your eyes. So she said they put Maybelline on her eyes. And Jeanette said, we got out there in the hot sun. How Jeanette talked, working, she said, and she said that Maybelline got to running down my face and in my eyes, and she said I couldn't see. She said my sight was going and coming. But she said I kept playing. She said I had to keep playing, and then she said, but we made it. But she said, I told them when we got in the car, if I can get to the room and get this off of my eyes, you'll never put Maybelline on me again. But that sounds just like her, doesn't it? She was the sweetest lady, and they were all so kind to me, and all of them, Rita and Lori and even Helen, June, Anita. Helen and I and Anita, we used to do a lot of shows together, and they would even let me pick with them. So I appreciated that. And she was telling that story. We was over one time at a festival, and Jeanette had a bench it's got a bench on the stage where she sat all the time. She watched you, and made sure you did what she wanted you to do. And it was a girl there playing a banjo, and she was pregnant, and she had that banjo up on her stomach, and one of the songs they were doing, she started just doing all kinds of, just being funny, and the people were just loving it, And Jeanette looked at me, and then she looked at her, and then she looked at me, and then she just reached up and caught her by the dress and tugged on it. And that girl looked around at her, and she said, yes. And Jeanette said, honey, if you're going to do that, you got to leave. And that girl said, oh, I'm so sorry. She said, honey, don't be sorry. Just don't do it. Well, that was Jeanette. She kept order, and she kept it right. And I admire her for that. I really do. She was... But it may not have ever gone to the Carter Fold. It's a wonderful place. They have the nicest people and best food, and the volunteers do so good. And it's always for me, like going home, because I've been going over ever since it was a festival, ever since they started in '74 was my first trip down there. And it's been an honor, and it's an honor to be doing their music. I'm going to do this, and then we'll do a couple and end up. How's that? I like this song. One of the Statler brothers, or maybe two of them, wrote this, but Mother Maybelle recorded. And if I can get through it, sometimes these touching songs get to me, but B flat. Things I've never done, and more I'll never do. Things I'll never see or care to. There's places I've never been, and people I'll never see. But before I have to leave, Lord, please let me spend one more summer in Virginia, one more August in her arms. Let me sit and rock on her front and watch the nights go by. Let me spend just one more summer in Virginia before I die. I've had some time for thinking, and I'm sorry for things I've done, but I've tried to be a friend to everyone. I've done a lot of praying. I'm here again, Lord, on my knees. If you can see your way clear, Lord, let me please spend one more summer in Virginia, one more August in her arms. Let me sit and rock on her front porch and watch the nights go by. Let me spend just one more summer in Virginia before I die. Let me spend just one more summer in Virginia before I die.